Hello there ladies and gentlemen, my name is Owen and welcome to a brand new video here on Blair Bosch. It's quite cold today. Not as cold as what it has been, but it's cold. And we've got a couple of things to do today. One, it's not probably that much related to the Vectra today, but I've got some paint, I've got some primer, and I have some lacquer to do some things to the car. One of which is taking these mirror covers off on this side. And if I show you, we're going to do the same on that side too. However, we're not just focusing on the Vectra today, because whilst my computer is in for repair, there's a couple of things that I want to do, and I'm splitting the videos down so there's more content for you guys. The other thing we're doing today is the Citroen DS4. Now, we've had this car for a good 8 months now, and it's due its MOT next month, and there's a couple of things I want to check, so take it as a pre-MOT inspection. Now I know it's got 4 new brand new tyres on it, because it's had brand new tyres. It's had 2 new rear brake discs and pads. The front ones seem to be okay when we got it. All the lights work, everything seems to work with the car. The wipers are fine. The engine is fine, the emissions should be fine, the suspension should be okay also, because we had the steering rack joints replaced under warranty, which is a common failure point because the steering rack has to come out these cars completely. However, one slight thing is we seem to suspect, potentially, and we will have to check, if a spring is corroded. Now to me they look okay, but there's one definite thing we need to look at, which there'll be a video attached to it, is there's what looks to be a wheel speed sensor that we'll have to look at, because on both sides they seem to be just dangling there. They should be fixed to the car somewhere. Another thing being is when we had the tyres changed, I don't know if you can notice, but the emblem for the wheel has also come off. Now they're there on the other wheels. I've ordered a new set, so we'll get that changed today. But otherwise, it's literally just checking over the car, making sure everything's okay. And then there'll be a split video of me starting the bits with this car. One in particular is this monstrosity down here, which, if you remember in the last video that I made, I took off the wiper motor, which is somewhere in the boot still, to sort out the rust that was on the boot, but as well as change the seal for the wiper. This was the old one, which we took off, and it is cracked beyond belief. However, I have been to a scrapyard today, and I have found this one, which is not in fantastic condition, but it's not cracked. It looks a lot better, and these are rarer than hen's teeth to find, as where's the other part? Put that there. Because the only one of these I could find was on eBay for 30 quid from Ireland. So, scrap heap challenge, should we say. It looks miles better, as you can see if I put them together. They look miles better than the old one, at least. So the old one's a bin, but that is what's going to get replaced. We've got the paint and everything, which is all in these boxes here. Not that one because it's empty, but this in this box here should be the centre caps for the DS4. So without no further ado, this video is going to focus on the DS4 because we want to get that sorted before I do anything with the Vectra. The Vectra is the last sort of thing. So let's go and move the DS4 into somewhere a little bit less conspicuous, and then let's get under it and find out what's going on with these wheel sensors. Now first of all, I hope I've got something to take the wheels off, otherwise I'm just going to have to try and work from the front. But I need to find out what size these bolts are. I might, do you know what, I might even have a look underneath it properly, just to see what it's like as an MOT inspection, but I need to jack it up anyways so I can have a look at these springs. So I've made sure, first of all, before I've done anything, is I've undone the locking wheel bolts. So now they're out, I'm now going to attempt the other ones. Let's see how this goes. That's full.
Tell me, baby, what's the problem? Cause I keep trying to figure it out. Oh no, oh no. Tell me, baby, what's the problem? I'm only picking up what you're putting down. You'll be tripping, I don't know what about. So what's the problem right now? Okay, now hold up. Let me get something right off.
So now the car's jacked up, we need to take these bolts out with the locking wheel nut. Move this wheel out of the way. I can already see the speed sensor, which I suspect is supposed to be bolted into a hole that I can see over on the other side. But whilst we're here, we can have a look at the springs a little bit better, just to see what condition they're in. But let's take the wheel off first. The jack's in place with the bar, that shouldn't move at all. And let's see what we're working with.
My chest, I've been meaning to read into it, time to put it to rest. Is it stress? Is it that I ain't answer your text? Don't you treat it like amnesia, you know I always forget. Stirring the pot real hot, watch how the plot thickens. Around the clock, tick tock, need more than 20 seconds to get your attention before it's on to the next thing and I'm over.
So bearing in mind I need to do this to the other side of the car, I might as well knock out that dust cap first, well, last should I add, before I do anything else. Whilst I've got the wheel off, I might as well knock that one out and replace that one too. Right, so we could hear a bit of rubbing going on, which we suspect is this here. Now I think that is supposed to sit in that hole there, like that, but for whatever reason it's just sat there and it appears to be rubbing, or the wheels appear to be rubbing on that. This brake disc, however, still quite warm, but it looks very, very rough. Now what can I see under here? Well, I can see that this brace stroke bar, by the look of it, is caked in rust by the look of it, but it's all surface. Looking at it, looks like something like a door handle outside of an old lady's house. This is quite a complex suspension, so as you can tell by this bolt here, this has been removed once before because we had to have a new tie rod end, track rod end even, put in there. On inspection though, everything seems to be okay. The CV boot looks okay, unlike the Vectra. The CV boot in there looks okay, unlike the Vectra. The spring, I'm having a look around with you guys. I don't immediately see anything wrong with it. However, this suspension looks to me a bit old. You can see where the tyre's been rubbing on it. See where this is clean and then the rest of it is just dirty? That's where the tyre's been rubbing on it. Now it comes out of this pocket here. Now I initially thought, oh, I'm going to sit on there, but that would be a stupid idea because that's your drop link right there on the sway bar. Now I'm trying to think where this would go, you know, unless it fits. Okay, so it fits. So I've solved my own problem. So this actually sits on here. Now that makes complete sense. I've learnt something today. See, when I'm questioning myself with things, right, it's not like I don't know anything about cars, but I don't really work with Citroen stroke Peugeots, really. As you know, I look after pretty much Vauxhalls, and this is a new one for me, unless this is a standard thing, but hey, I've learnt something new, and that's the whole purpose of this channel. It's not because I know it all. I will never claim that I know it all. A lot of people seem to think I say I know it all, but I don't. But anyways, guys, that's why I'm doing this. I'm learning, because at least I know in future, if it does sound like it's rubbing again, it's because that's popped off. That makes total, utter sense. So all I need to do then is basically push this on so far, and then that should, he says, lock into place. What I'm probably better off doing is sticking that in there first, and then getting a screwdriver or something to clip that back on. What really should have happened with this is it should have been done as the drop link was getting put on. So give me a minute, or a second in your case, and let me put this back on. There we go, in its rightful place, how it should be. Right then, what else can I see here that might affect the car's MOT? I suppose the best way of finding out would be seeing if there's anything loose, which, using this bar, everything seems pretty good. Now if I can just that all looks fine to me on inspection. Seems fine. That's the drive shaft. No. Where am I? Yep, everything seems fine to me there. So, not that I'm an MOT specialist, but apart from the general corrosion part of it and this brake disc, the pad seems to have enough meat on there for now, so that should be okay. So essentially, unless I'm missing something, this car looks to be okay. There's no excess wobble there. Call me brave, but you know, I don't see anything sinister there. So we're okay on this front. So now we've just got to put the wheel back on and repeat the other side. This should be fun, but at least I know that is because of the wheel speed sensor, which I assume that is. So let's get the wheel back on and sort the other side.
We're here again wondering, can I hold ya, hear your truth, pull you closer, talk it through. Girl, you know that I'm the one that you can come and complain to. Your silhouette's amazing, but your brain is a maze too. So can you help me find my way, while I find something to say? I know the arguing just augments everything going both ways, but baby I can see it on your face. Up and tossing, turning, staying up all night long. Up and calling, yearning.
Now, before I move on to the other side, this is the old cap, and this one doesn't look in too bad a shape, to be quite honest, but I've got some in here that I'm hoping look the same. So let's find out. So we've got 4. We only needed 1, but I just want to see what the difference is between them. Now that looks a lot fresher than that one. So whilst I'm here, I'm going to do the other side anyways. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep these as spares for if any of the others, because there's nothing wrong with that. I thought there was. So we'll just put that one back on, shall we? So in you go. And then with a bit of gentle persuasion, it's in. So that means this one shouldn't be too difficult to replace, one of the back ones. Before we jack up the other side, I think we should do that. Make sure that fits. But first of all, and down she goes. There we go. Job done.
I've been in and out my mind since I hit your phone. I've been counting up the times that I did you wrong. I just want you by my side when I get real gone. Feel it's been a little while since we got along, yeah. We've been playing stupid games, the situation rotates, and they say communication, safe relations, okay. Medicated how I'm patient, wasting time ain't the way, cause I can see it on your face. Up and tossing, turning, staying up all night long. Up and calling, yearning, wondering what I did wrong. I could tell by your eyes you got something to hide. So open your mind up, let me inside, and let's make it right. Tell me baby, what's the problem?
sure how well you guys can see, but it is this. Like the other side, it's supposed to slot onto here, and that is supposed to, he says, go on there. But I need that to go on there first. Bend that back, and hey presto, it's on. So that is now fixed. Now let's have a look at the spring on this side. I'm going to need a torch here to see a little bit better. So again, we've got this bar which looks like it's seen better days. This track rod end doesn't appear to have been changed, but that drop link does look like it's been changed at some stage. This car's on 91,000 miles as well. So let's see. The spring has a boot around it, which is quite nice. And yeah, everything seems okay on this side. So once again, other than general corrosion, everything seems perfectly fine on this side. So again, it is just corrosion. Everything else looks okay. Bilstein suspension, very good. And you can see this tyre is rubbed. In fact, it almost feels like it's been dented there at some point. I'm assuming it's because somebody was a bit clumsy. Otherwise, pretty tidy. Right, let's get this wheel on, and then we're done.
Tell me, baby, what's the problem? 'Cause I keep trying to figure it out. Oh no, oh no. Tell me, baby, what's the problem? I'm only picking up what you're putting down. You'll be tripping, I don't know what about. So what's the problem right now? Okay, now hold up. Let me get something right off my chest. I've been meaning to read into it, time to put it to rest. Is it stress? Is it that I ain't answer your text? Don't you treat it like amnesia, you know I always forget.
So that's the car pretty much checked, but it wouldn't be an MOT check if we didn't have a peek underneath the rear. So let's see what we can find. So immediately, I don't see anything wrong here. I just see that it's had a brand new handbrake cable at some point. That spring looks to be intact, and that one looks okay also. It's red under there, probably because of that actually. Exhaust seems to be okay. Suspension will have to be checked obviously, but in essence everything looks okay from under here. Doesn't look like anything's broken or hanging off. It all seems to be in good order. And with the brakes being pretty strong on it, that's evidence whenever you drive it. I think this car's going to be okay for its first MOT since we've had it. But proof is in the pudding, and we shall find out in the next couple of videos whether it passes its MOT with us. It is a pretty sharp looking car really. Quite happy with it, to be fair. Right then. That then, guys, is the end of this video. If you like the video, please leave a like and subscribe. Also, if you want to see more videos on the Vectra Bay, leave a comment in the comment section below. Anyways, guys, that's it from me today, because it's getting quite dark now. But we found out what the issue is with the DS4 and a little MOT inspection, which I know the lights work, I know everything else works with the car, but now I've checked the suspension, I'm confident that car's going to be fine. So until next time, guys, I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care and stay safe.
Carry you home.